Welcome to Cipher Symmetry. In this tutorial I'm going to introduce you to the user interface of the program. In front of us right now is the main menu. From here you can load a new job, open an existing job, access the wide range of video tutorials, one of which you're watching right now, and the last is the preferences. Also on the main menu are two other icons. For additional help you can click on this link here, which is the user manual. Over here demonstrates how long we've got left running on our trial. Clicking on it will give you a few other options. If at any time you choose to upgrade your Cipher Symmetry product for new features or modules, a customer service representative may ask you for your customer number, and this is located right here. From here the customer service representative might give you a new release code. Simply enter it down there and the product will activate with the new features which you have registered for. So what we're going to do is just start with a new job and introduce you to the main interface. The very first thing which loads when we start a new job is the Quick Start Wizard. This is a very useful tool. It's not necessary to use it. You can always close it to go straight to the program, but it's very handy if you do want to create a quick and dirty layout. For instance, if you wanted a layout which had 3 lines, if we just enter 3 there, it will evenly space out 3 lines based on the text occupancy and margin percentages which we have provided. In addition to that, you can also resize your plate to the dimensions you require. If you're actually doing cylindrical engraving, click on the Cylindrical Engrave tab. Will allow you to set up the work area based on the actual glass or cylindrical object which you're working on. To do this, all you need to do is enter a diameter and then also a vertical space, which is that part there of the glass. And what this will do, this will generate a maximum work area, giving you a 360 view of what you can engrave. The third and last option is choosing a template. So if you have any templates already preloaded up, you can select a template you want, go load and start a job. But what we're going to do here, we're just going to say no to all this. We're going to just start with a very blank layout. Now by clicking no, Symmetry has automatically told me that okay, first thing you're going to want to do is either import an image or import text. What we'll do, we'll close this for now and I'll show you for myself. So here's the Symmetry main workspace area, the white box representing the actual engraving plate which you have. Across the bottom here is the properties panel for the relevant line you're working on. Over here is a shortcut bar, all the things I can currently do to the plate, and across the top are a number of other menu options. So the very first thing I'm going to do is just draw a new line on a plate. Now there's a few ways of doing this. Foremost being what I said before was if we go back to the Quick Start, you can enter a number of lines like so and click OK. The manual way of doing it is by selecting the draw tool here, represented by the letter A. If you just click on that, you'll see that the mouse has now changed to a crosshair, and holding that down we can then drag a box to whatever size we want. Upon releasing that box, we get a flashing cursor. Then I can type my text. So there's an example of how to draw a line. Now, in some cases you may have 2, 3, 4 lines or however many lines you want, and you can either, again, draw another line like so, access the F5 option which gives you an autoplate control, or in this case here, if I type in line 2 and press Control Enter will automatically produce another line following the same characteristics of the line above it and produce a line directly below. Now you can see down here this bond panel has now come up to life. So if you actually select, say, line 2, you'll see all this information here retains to line 2. So if I was to change the font, for instance, you'll see the font changes there. If I can also change the line height to 4. So now if I click on, say, the first line, hello, it will show me that the font is Gothic, Line height is 9.8. If I click on line 2, you'll see that now changes to REL with a height of 4. Now, so that's how you insert new lines. It's relatively simple. Now, as far as positioning lines, all you need to do is draw a box around the selection which you want, and then you can move it about. And by these transform points here, you can also drag your selection and resize it like so. So it's nice and simple. To insert an image, we just simply go back to our shortcut bar and press on the picture icon. Go to our images folder. Wait for our images to load up. Let's go this guy. And again, just like before, simply draw the box. Now, if aspect ratio is important to you, if I release the image like this, it would be stretched. So if I hold down the Shift key, you'll see that my aspect ratio becomes locked. And then just simply release it. And you'll import the JPEG file and automatically, in this case, vectorize it for us. Coincidentally, if you're using the laser version of this product, we just simply go to the View menu and View Laser Output. That's exactly what we'll see for laser. Similar to text, you can click on this and you can resize it and move it however you like. You can also move things together, group, and stretch like so. In addition to this, you may have noticed the shortcut panel on the side here does change depending on what I click on. Now if I click on a plate, which is the white area here, I get plate specific tools. So I can row mark preview it, I can add a border to the job if I want, I can execute the auto plate layout, I can do a batch of this job, import a logo, zoom to a plate, rotate the whole plate, create a new line, apply drill holes, or apply serialization. Now if I was to just click on an actual line, you'll see that menu changes. And more appropriately, if I go back into Engrave Layout, so from the top here we've got an arc, a fixed arc, which is another form of arc, an actual island fill, zoom to line, which clicking that will just zoom us straight to the line. Your zoom out controls are here, so just simply zoom back out, and delete a line. So say I wanted to fill. Now what we'll do, we'll click this line of text, click on the fill, enter a cutter diameter. Okay, well let's use 0.3 and see what happens. And click on the button here to apply the fill. You can see that's produced our fill. Now that might not be sufficient enough, it depends. You can see there's a little bit of gap between the contours there and there. Now technically it is saying that the cutter will make it, but let's just make sure it does. That's a bit better. And same thing can be applied to an image as well. So click on it. Let's give you a 0.2. Option to keep the outermost contour. Apply. Now you can tell that will engrave really nice. Oh, look at that. Nice and quick too, and accurate. So there you go. In a matter of minutes, you've got a layout ready to output.